Luke chapter 12, verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division. Shalom Yasharallah. Peace, Israel. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakakwadash. I want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders, great millstone, who I learned this truth from. Peace, blessing, safety, and salutation unto the hopeful elect. To you believers and listeners out there that came back into the faith and obedience of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And much love and respect unto you brothers pushing this gospel in sincerity and truth. May Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai continue to bless you and your households. It's your brother Yuan coming back at you with another lesson. This time, today's lesson is going into division. Alright? Now Yahweh Shai, as we just read in the opening scripture, said that he's coming to send division. Alright? Yahweh Shai is coming to send division. Alright? Amongst the world, but also in the nation of Israel. Alright? And that's what we're going to be touching on today, is the division in Israel, because you got certain groups that want to have unity camps or want us all to come together, but that's not what's going to happen on this side. The main focal point on this side is pushing forth prophecy, exalting the name Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and trying to wake up and seal the elect. We'll all come together in the kingdom of heaven, but until then, we got to do what we got to do. Okay, so I'm gonna read it again. This is Luke chapter 12, verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division. And this is written in red, so this is Lord Yahweh Shai speaking, who people ignorantly call Jesus. All right. So from there, let's go into some parables of when Yahweh Shai said that he's coming to send division. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 13, and verse 24. All right. Another parable put he forth, that he is talking about Yahweh Shai, unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. All right. But when the blade was sprung forth, when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares? He said unto them, an enemy have done this. The servant said unto him, wilt thou then that we go up and gather them? But he said, nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root them up, also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest, and in the time of the harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. All right. Now, as we know, the wheat and tares goes into the wheat being the Israelites, but then you got tares. The tares representing the other nations that look like Israelites, because we all mixed and mingled and all that. Okay. But in this sense, it can also be used for, the righteous and the wicked. Okay, because it is some wicked ones sowed with amongst the righteous ones. Okay. So from there, let's jump down to verse 36. Then Yahweh Shai sent the multitude away and went into the house, and his disciples came unto him, saying, declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. He answered and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man, which is Yahweh Shai. The field is the world. I was talking about the whole entire world. I'm talking about the earth, and then and we can use it for the world of Israel as well. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, which is the righteous ones, or the Israelites. But the tares are the children of the wicked one. Esau in the heathen, that, took our women and, planted their seeds in them, but it also can represent wicked Israelites. Okay, verse 39. The enemy that sowed them is the devil, Esau, Edom, or Satan himself. The harvest is the end of the world, the end of Esau's rulership, and the reapers are the angels. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world. Going into the thermonuclear fire, man. That's what it's going into. The Son of Man, Slakia. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and to them which do iniquity. Okay, going into those wicked Israelites. That's the focal point of this lesson. And shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous, which represents the 1/3, the elect, the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who have ears to hear, let him hear. And that's talking about he who has understanding, let him hear, let him understand what's being said. All right. So from there, that's one account of him stating that there's going to be division. Because, people want to think that, just because we're all Israelites that woke up to the truth, meaning that we should come together. No, because there's different doctrines and we can't come together, you can't be unequally yoked with them people, man. As it say in 2 Corinthians, the 6th chapter. All right, so continuing on, let's go to Matthew, the 25th chapter. I'm going to start at the top of verse 1. Another account of division. Matthew 25:1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them are wise, representing the 144,000 of the elect, and 5 are foolish, which represents 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Okay? Which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole, West Indians, and Haitians. You have Israelite foreigners that look like the other nations that are like unto the speckled bird, but their bloodline and lineage goes back unto Jacob. All right? So, continuing on, the 5 that were foolish represents, 2/3. And you have 2/3 of the nation of Israel who woke up to the fact that they were Israelites that are part of this truth. Verse 3. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. So the wicked, the foolish, they didn't take no oil, or if they had oil, they was leaking all over the place. But the wise, they had the oil with them. Verse 5. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. So the bridegroom came when everybody wasn't aware. Like it says, the Son of Man cometh as a thief in the night, no man knoweth. Verse 7. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. That understanding, that wisdom, knowledge, understanding, went out from them. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. They pretty much told them, hell no, because it's not going to be enough for all of us. Verse 10, And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Okay, so he pretty much divided. That was division right there. He took the five that was ready, that was on their watch, that was on their P's and Q's, that's not playing games or doing anything that's contrary or contrary to the scriptures, and you may and making the ministry to be blamed. Verse 11. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily, I say unto you, I know you not. Okay, so he didn't accept them even after they went and got their oil, because they should have been ready. They knew that he was coming, so they should have been ready, not playing games or you know teaching false doctrines. And verse 13, watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. Okay, now same chapter, let's jump down to verse 31. These are all different parables of Yahweh Shai, pretty much stating and telling us that it's going to be division. That, not all Israel is going to come together. It's not going to work out like that. He's only dealing with a remnant. That's why I said, just like in the days of Noah. In the days of Noah, only a remnant was saved. He didn't save everybody. Same thing today. So Matthew 25, verse 31. When the Son of Man, which is Yahweh Shai, shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And in this context, it could be represented from all nations, the sheep being the Israelites and the goats being the heathen. But in this case, we can use it as the nation, as the world of Israel. Okay? Because we were scattered into all nations, and he's going to separate the righteous Israelites, the 1/3, from the wicked Israelites. Okay? Verse 33. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye, blessed of my Father, and inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungered, and you gave me meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. Naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Salakia, verily I say unto you, as much as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, talking about the righteous Israelites, the sheep, you have done it unto me. So if you help out your fellow Israelite in the truth, you're helping out Yahweh Shai. That's pretty much what is being said right there. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungered, and you gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me no drink. I was a stranger, you took me not in. Naked, and you clothed me not. Sick and in prison, and you visited me not. Then shall they answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee a hunger, or a thirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it unto Salaki, as ye did it not to one of these, ye did it not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life everlasting. And the whole, I want to touch on the naked and being clothed thing. Naked is, not having the law, statutes, and commandments, not having this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And if you're teaching people false doctrine, you're pretty much leaving them out naked. Okay? Just wanted to make that quick point right quick. So for all you teachers that's teaching everything opposite of the 100% truth, you're going off. And you're going to be accounted as one of these goats. Okay? So from there, let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion have light with darkness? And what concord have Hamashiach with Belial? Or what part have he that believeth with an infidel? That's clear division right there. That's not unity. That's not coming together. And what agreement have the temple of the Most High with idols? For you are the temple of the living power, as Yahweh has said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people. Verse 17 is a major cut on this whole unity thing. Wherefore come out from among them, and be you separate. That's simple division right there. Said Yahweh, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you, and will be a father unto you, and you shall be my sons and daughters, said Yahweh Almighty. There you go. There you go. He tells us separate from these people, man. Because they don't want to, they prideful, man. And Yahweh Shem Shai is pride. So from there, I want to go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 13. Separate thyself from thy enemies and take heed of thy friends. And when these guys don't want to accept rebuke, I'm about to get that, they're likened unto a heathen. And the heathens are our enemies. Okay? This is Matthew chapter 18 and verse 5. No, Salaki, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother, which is your fellow Israelite, shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it to the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican. Okay? And the scriptures clearly tells us, let's go to 1 Ezra 9 and 9. It's going to be my closing scripture. I'm going to start at verse 8. And now by confessing give glory unto Yahweh power of our fathers, and do his will, and separate yourselves from the heathen of the land and from strange women. Okay? We're to separate ourselves from heathen. And if our, if they don't want to accept rebuke, then they're likened unto a heathen. Okay? So there's clearly division amongst the Israelites. And it's part of the curses too, that we're going to be divided. Okay? So these guys, they just, they caught in their feelings and emotions. And, Yahweh Shem Shai is not dealing with that every Israelite and the truth come together spirit. He's only dealing with those that are, teaching and preaching the correct doctrine. Okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it up. Give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Shem Shai, Ba'Shem HaKadash. Going to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from. Peace, blessing, safety, and salutation unto the hopeful elect and to believers and listeners out there. Shalom, Kwam Yasharallah, and the Bible Ball.